Good afternoon, Edmentum, Illinois, and happy Friday. I hope everybody is staying warm and enjoying a little bit of the warm up that we had here. We are super excited to have Mary Cooke from Harvard D50 back with us today. She is, again, the Director of Curriculum Assessment and Grants there. And she is here today actually to help us kick off CTE month, which is in February. And we are going to start by having her talk a little bit about how they have expanded or how they are in the process of expanding their CTE and career exploration programs there in Harvard. So Mary, I'm just going to kick it over to you to just maybe get us started telling us a little bit about, where you were and where you're heading with career exploration.
Sure. Well, thank you for having me back. I'm very happy to share Harvard's story anytime. So in the area of CTE, Illinois has undergone kind of an overhaul of CTE and I guess kind of up the game, for lack of a better way to put it. And part of what our expectations are now is that we have to have career education in a continuum going from elementary all the way up through high school. And so we've worked on expanding that and are continuing to build our plan for that continuum, starting with our little ones and working our way up through the middle school. We did put in a new career explorations class at our junior high beginning this year, where they're exploring the different career clusters and then narrowing into those pathways that are available to kids as they move up into the high school, and the pathways that are available to them at our high school in particular. By having the career explorations class at the junior high level, that checks off a box of an introductory overview level of class, and then enables them at the high school level to enter into more content-based, skills-based CTE classes for creating that pathway that we're looking for kids to have as they graduate from high school. Now that we have the ability to provide endorsements on their diplomas, much as we do with, for example, the seal of biliteracy, we would be able to put an endorsement on students' diplomas in particular career areas. We have had a number of programs be very successful over the years. Our manufacturing is super successful at getting kids certified on a CNC machine, and they are able to graduate from high school certified and ready to walk into a position at a company in a manufacturing area. We've been expanding the opportunities in just kind of the whole business awareness area with our incubator class at the high school level, where students create a business plan and they have a pitch night as far as that business plan, and then they narrow their focus to a particular area and project that they work on with coaches from the community, and then it culminates with kind of a almost a Shark Tank type of approach at the end, where each of the teams presents their business, and then there's a top business that's selected. And to that end, one of the things that every single business that was being created or developed at the high school level was looking for an app. They needed an app to run it. They needed an app to market. They needed an app for ordering, those kinds of things. And as part of the incubator curriculum, there is a kind of a sister program called Mobile Makers that was also a high school program. And our superintendent, we kind of teased him that he had this crazy idea, but it stuck, that's for sure, because we had our first group of kids last year go through Mobile Makers at the junior high level. And we are one of the few districts that has that program at a junior high level and provides the opportunity for our high school kids to outsource their app making to the junior high kids. They take the specs that they're looking for, and then they can create that app that the high school kids can then use to work into their program. Our first group of kids that took the class at the junior high are now at the high school this year, finishing out the second and third parts of the course. There's 3 that put together to make up the whole Mobile Makers. So that's been some really exciting changes that we've had here just in the last year.
Those are exciting. I love hearing the stories of the work-based learning, the hands-on pieces trickling down and planting the seeds of success at middle school. Can you talk more about that, and also tell us about those seeds that have gone down to the elementary schools too?
Sure. With elementary, again, as I mentioned, some of the CTE expectation is that we have monies going down to make sure that students have career education all the way down. So we're really trying to develop that college and career ready. So we have the college part done. We have or not done, but in really good place. We have military preparation happening as well. And now we're really looking at that career. Where do we have those kids? What certifications are we able to put into place? And the earlier we can start educating them on the possibilities that are there for them, the better it is as the students make their way through the school district. We've enhanced, just as, you know, with that mobile makers idea, that is coding. And so if we want kids to be proficient coders when they get to the junior high, we have to start that earlier. So we're looking at how do we start at Jefferson, where we have our 4th and 5th grade students with robotics. So we're looking at Finch robots, where we have simple language and coding language that students are starting to learn, so that as with any language, they're building proficiency in that language and adding more to it as they make their way through the district. Our student ID numbers start with the year of their graduation. So where in the past we might have said, you know, your 202 number, we're looking to say, well, 2025, and making sure as the kids, even the itty bitties as they enter kindergarten, here's your 2034. That's the year you're going to graduate from high school, and getting that. It sounds so simple, but it's just creating that mindset of, I'm going to graduate from high school and then I'm going to whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's just really exciting to see how those things are coming together. We're also an AVID district. And so AVID is very heavily based in the career and college readiness. And so in partnering with that program across our district, we're able to really dig into what are those career and college expectations that we're putting on at the elementary level, the middle school level, and then the high school level as well.
Those are exciting pieces. February is always an exciting month for me, and I know you know this, but for our viewers out there as well, it's also when a lot of the CTE competitions really kick into high gear. So it's CTE month, but CTE competition season is around the corner. So some may be football fans, some may be basketball fans. I'm a CTE student organization competition fan. So good luck to you and your teams in all of those competitions.
And we're super excited. We have a brand new student organization at the high school this year through Business Professionals of America. And we had over 40 kids in the program, and 26 have qualified for the state competition coming up in February. So we're really excited to have first-time attendees at that and continue to look to build that into a fully fledged, highly performing student organization in our district.
They're going to come back and tell their friends and siblings, and it's just going to grow like wildfire.
Yeah. Big shout out to Mr. Valenciano and Miss Beatstra at the high school, who just said, let's start and see what happens. And that's where we're at just 6 months later.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Mary. We've had Mary Cooke again because she's so awesome. For CTE month, she's the director of curriculum assessment and grants in Harvard, and always a joy to talk to. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks to both of you for having me.
Thank you, Mary.
Have a good day.